we will go into the selection process, and I'm going to turn it over to Karen. But while I'm doing that, thank you all for coming out on this beautiful evening and spending your time and preparing for this process, and I look forward to selecting all of you, but we can only select 3, so.
Quite a few people. Okay, so as the City Council and the public may remember, on July 2nd, the City Council started its process to fill 3 seats on the Planning Commission, made vacant because of the ending of 3 terms held, and so by Steinberg, Kummerly, and blank.
Sherman.
Thank you, and Sherman. And the new terms will be effective September 1st, 2013 through June 30th, 2016. And so tonight's procedure is for the council to interview the balance of the applicants. There'll be 7 applicants that are scheduled to be heard tonight. One of them was originally scheduled for July 2nd, but wasn't able to make it, and so was rescheduled for today. So, just so everyone knows what the process is, that there are essentially 6 questions for the interview. The first 4 questions will be moderated by myself. Each candidate will have up to 2 minutes to answer each of the 4 questions, including the personal statement, which is the first question. Time used may not be rolled over to a subsequent question, so if you only take a minute, you don't get a chance to be able to then do 3 or 4 minutes for a subsequent question. I will note the start time, which will commence after I have read the question to the applicant. Please be patient. I will be reading each question to every applicant because we do have a listening audience outside that needs to know what you are responding to. However, Charlie Bryant from the Planning Department will be actually keeping the time. And as I said, at the end of 2 minutes, you will have to stop. However, 30 seconds before the end, he will flash a 30-second warning sign just so you can kind of think about what thoughts you want to finish. At the end of 2 minutes, he will hold up the red stop sign. At that point, it will be a hard stop. You may finish your sentence, and then that's all. So after the first 4 questions, the mayor will moderate the follow-up questions by the council. Those are not particularly timed, but we do expect that on average, each applicant interview will take about 15 minutes. So it's not really expected that you take a long time answering, but the council is free to answer as many questions as they choose. Finally, after the follow-up questions, you have 1 minute to do some closing remarks, anything you realize that you forgot to say, or to assist the City Council in their deliberations. After all the applicants from this evening have been heard, then the City Council will move into deliberations for choosing the 3 Planning Commission applicants that will become planning commissioners. So the process for that will be is that all 13, of course, applicants are eligible for being considered, whether they were interviewed today or on July 2nd. The mayor will ask each city council member to nominate 1 candidate going in order, alphabetical order, as we would take a vote with the vice mayor 4th and the mayor 5th. Each council person can nominate 1 person, no repeats. So at the end of that, there'll be 5 people that essentially will have been nominated for final consideration. After we have the 5 finalists, so to speak, or the 5 nominations, then the mayor will ask for a vote in reverse alphabetical order, I think he said, for each of those 5 finalists. In front of you, you do have notes that for each of the candidates that will be interviewed today. but I also gave you a list of all 13 in alphabetical order, so you can kind of think about who you would like to nominate, as maybe someone else did the person that was your first choice. There's, you can go down the list, and you can circle who are the 5 nominations. After the mayor has received the vote, or as soon as there are 3 candidates that have a majority of the vote, those will be the candidates that then the mayor will ask for a motion and a second, and for the resolution to nominate them. And so, of course, you don't necessarily have to vote yes on that if you object to the 3 finalists, but that will be what will be reflected on the resolution, that there was a vote of, whatever it is, 5-0, whatever it is, for essentially the 3 applicants that received the majority vote through that process I just described. So is that clear?
I guess maybe I only need to hear it one more time with like an ABCD kind of example. So let's say in alpha order, the entire city council nominated the same person.
No.
No.
No,
You
one.
each
You have to nominate someone different,
Correct.
than
someone
who has been
different.
nominated.
The idea of this exercise is to get 5 finalist applications without necessarily anyone knowing that there's already multiple people behind one. So since you will be, I guess, 3rd, for example, it might, you'll probably get at least one of the 3 that you would vote for. But for example, for Vice Mayor Asher and Mayor Brinkman, they may or may not have their top 3 already selected, but given the length of this list, there are certainly more than 3 people who, my guess is, a council member would want to at least nominate for consideration.
So, just to get clear on this again,
Yes.
do we each submit
Each,
3 names?
One.
No.
One name?
One name.
One name.
Then it goes around again.
Yeah.
And then it goes around
Oh,
again.
round again.
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
we-
understand why that goes around again. If
It
we
doesn't
have
go
5
around again.
names.
No. We get 5 names, and then we go back in reverse order by the name, and we see if we have 3 votes on that person.
3 votes
Oh,
on each person
individually?
in order.
Individually, in order, reverse alphabetically.
What do you mean reverse alphabetically?
Okay.
Well,
You
no,
each will-
it'll flow. It'll flow.
You'll each nominate one person, and you will have essentially a list of 5 names. Then, in reverse alphabetical order, those 5 names will be voted upon, with the first 3 to get 3 or more votes
Yeah.
have been appointed to the plan, or what will be
Nora, I
3
know.
that will.
Can you explain the reverse alphabetical order, if that's our names or it's the names of the planning commission
Applicants.
applicants?
It's the name of the applicant.
Perhaps the simplest way to do this, Mayor Brinkman, if I
Yes.
may, is that since you will be asking for the vote, that you simply read the names of the finalists in the order that you wish the vote to be
Okay.
taken,
That-
and then they
that
don't
makes-
have to worry about
You got
the
it.
alphabetical order.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, Nora.
It's just new to us.
Simplify.
It's the new way.
I want to nominate
All right.
3 people.
Yeah, I was expecting to have 3 choices,
I know,
but
me too.
so that's the only fear, right? Is that if you're the first person to nominate, you only get to nominate one, and then your other 2 may not be nominated at all.
That could be, yeah.
Yeah, I want to be able to nominate.
And if you're the last person, you may end up nominating someone you're not going to vote for.
Well, you can always abstain, too.
Wait. Kurt, I thought it was the direction of the council at the last meeting that we would start going around to each council member for their one nomination,
That's what we're doing.
okay? Then there'd be a second round.
No, I don't remember that.
I remember, sorry about the process candidates here, but we want to get clear here. I thought we would each submit 3 names to Karen. She would do a tally, tick thing, to see if any right off the bat had at least a majority council, and then, support. And then we could be done after that round.
That's right. You're right.
I'd be okay for that, Karen.
Can we do a private vote like that, though?
So what you're saying, well, I think the issue is that It would have to be done in public, so if you
Sure.
want to,
What?
I mean,
So you could report on who each council member nominated when you get our slips or
Oh,
something.
I see, okay.
Or we could do it verbally in
yes,
public.
I would feel more
verbally.
comfortable. I would
That's
feel more
fine.
comfortable
That's
if you
fine.
did that verbally.
Put that
Okay.
way.
I would
let's-
feel more comfortable if you did
Okay,
that verbally.
let's do it that way then. Okay. New streamlined, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so so if I can recap then, is that each council will go in the order that you usually vote in.
Mm-hmm.
Each will nominate
One,
one person, and we'll keep on going around until 3 people get 3 votes.
No, I thought we'd
Oh.
each say
No.
3 names.
No,
You each get 3 names.
what,
Each council member gets 3 names. Take it from there, and then we winnow it down.
Okay, Charlie, can you help keep notes? Okay. I think I need to have like a matrix.
Sure.
and
Could
if
I
can-
suggest,
Yeah.
I don't know if this makes a difference, but maybe instead of going around 3 times, we just go around once.
That would be
and
easier.
And then you just say 3 names? And then
Yes.
the next person says 3 names?
that's what I said.
Next
That's
person
That's what
says,
Bruce said.
Just once, okay.
okay,
That's easier.
we go round one time, 3 names.
That's
And we'll
right.
see who has
I'll
the
help
highest tally.
Karen keep track of what you say.
Okay, so it'll be Atkin, Davis, West, Asher,
You're getting all this, Charlie?
and Brinkman. And so I will first ask Councilmember Atkin. She'll give me 3 names.
Correct.
Then I'll ask Davis, then I'll ask West, then I'll ask Asher, then I'll ask Brinkman. And when I count up to 3 for any of the candidates, then that person's been appointed.
That's correct.
Right.
I think we'll still need a motion to appoint.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And
Need
then
to
there'll
get
be a
all 3
motion-
names
so
from
then
all
there'll
5
be a
council
motion and a
members.
second
Yeah.
for
And
that
then tally them.
essentially slate, so to speak, to be voted upon.
All right, moving along.
We could end up with a tie in there, you know, that someone
That's
got
right.
2 and someone else
More
got 2, and we'll end up having 2
Three
votes.
having-
Exactly.
Yeah.
As you will.
Okay, Karen, just like we talked about, huh?
You could end up with 4.
I knew they
much
would
for
follow us,
thinking that
I
I've
knew
been to
they
the-
would follow us right along.
Right, so much for thinking I've been to the rodeo before.
Yeah, well, anyway, it's good to have this process.
Okay.